What's up and welcome back to the channel. Jaded Personal Trainer here. Today we're going to talk about the 5 tips that I wish I knew when I first got into personal training. I've been a personal trainer for 26 years and I've learned so much since I first got into the fitness industry. And when we first get into personal training, our expectations and aspirations can be so high, and if we don't hit those, then a lot of us end up getting out of the business. And hopefully these 5 things can help you, because they sure helped me. Tip number 1. Get certified. Get a nationally recognized certification. Something that people have heard of, like ACE or NASM or ACSM. Something that educates you, because that's the whole purpose in getting a certification, is to teach you something to keep you moving forward in your career. Most of them will have every 2 years you have to get a continuing education credits, and that's great because it keeps your finger on the pulse of what's happening in the fitness industry. And most gyms, most global gyms, are going to require you to have some form of certification for you to be able to work there. Now, having a certification doesn't necessarily make you a great trainer. I know some personal trainers that have really top-notch certifications, but they're terrible trainers because they don't know how to talk to people, or they don't know how to sell, or they just have terrible programs. Knowing a lot and having that great certification doesn't make you a good trainer, but it is the foundation for what your career is built on. Number 2, get a job at a big box Globo gym. These gyms have put millions of dollars in place to refine their systems to give their members and clients a better client experience and put value on their brand. And by working there, you will learn so much of how to run your own personal training business when you leave. Now, a lot of you hear this and you're like, I don't want a big place like that to be taking all of my money, because they don't pay the best in the beginning. Unless your numbers are top notch, you're not making a lot personal training. But the takeaway from working there is the education you're going to get of how the fitness industry works. You'll learn to network with other trainers. You'll get to meet the sales team and learn how to sell. You'll get to see how a gym is ran, so that when you do leave, you can run your own personal training business effectively and actually make some money. Now, the worst mistake I see a lot of people make is they try to go it alone. They try to go train out of their garages. They go try to train in a park somewhere, and that's fine if it's just a side hustle. If that's all you want, then go for it. That's great. But if you truly want to make a living personal training, going to one of these places where there's systems in place and something you can learn from them is the best bet you can. And just do it for like a year or so. It doesn't even have to be that long. And in the grand scheme of things, it's going to benefit you so much just by working in one of those gyms. Number 3, learn to sell. When I first got into personal training, there were no fitness-related business courses out there. But now a lot of the top certifying bodies have those built into their curriculum, and you should take advantage of that, because more importantly, they teach you how to ask for money, not just how to sell. Because when you're sitting across the table from someone and they're giving you all their hopes, dreams, and goals, it's real hard to go from giving them an exercise prescription of how to do that to asking for money and having them throw down a wad of cash on a bunch of personal training sessions. Those courses teach you how to bridge that gap and get to that point. But taking it back to tip number 2, going to work at a Globo gym, they kind of teach you that. They teach you the systems involved in that, and they actually give you a script to follow. And if you ask those questions in those orders and take them through those fitness tests, it all brings it around to asking for money and flipping open the notebook and showing them the pretty graphics on how many sessions they need to buy based on what their goals are, which, spoiler alert, it's a lot of sessions. They need all the sessions. So getting some help with selling is a big deal, but really, you just got to kind of put yourself out there. Start doing assessments on your friends, your family. Start asking people what their goals are, and start figuring out how you would wrap that up in a tiny bow and then get them to commit to buying personal training with you. Because if you can get them to buy just a couple sessions, them training with you and building a rapport with you, you'll have a greater chance of getting them to renew and carry on and keep training with you. Some of my clients that I've been training for over almost 20 years at this point, and it was just getting my foot in the door with them in a successful assessment that got me to this point. So getting some experience out there is very important on this, but there are a lot of tools out there online that can help you these days. Number 4, learn to use social media. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, it don't matter. Download it and use it. If you're a new personal trainer just getting into this, it can make you seem larger than life. Now, in the beginning, you may not have much subject matter. Take pictures of yourself working out, post some memes, post some nutrition tips, post some workouts, demonstrate some exercises that you know how to do that you don't figure other people know how to do. Hey, you could even take pictures of your abs and your butt. That works. But the main thing here is just to build some value in your brand and start putting your name out there so people see you and get comfortable with you. So if someone's searching for a personal trainer, they more than likely would use someone that they've been seeing on social media. So use it, it's in your hand, it's one of the most powerful platforms that we have. Number 5, make friends with other personal trainers. Yes, they are your competition, but no, they are not your enemy. I don't know how many times clients have come to me asking for a certain time slot and I don't have it, and I can refer them down the road to my other trainer friend that works at another gym, helping him out, and vice versa. He sent me clients that he couldn't handle or didn't have time for. And that's what it's all about, is so many times in this, we view others in this industry as direct competition, and it is. Especially if you're working in a Globo gym, it's like a Shark Tank. But even in that situation, if you'll make friends with those guys, things will go a lot smoother and you'll probably get some clients out of it in the meantime. And if you do work at one of those gyms, please make friends with the sales team. Those guys can set you up for life. I don't know how many sales guys I've made friends with that have loaded my client list up because every time they sold a package that had personal training in it, they gave that client to me. And that's what it's all about. Good luck to you guys. I wish you nothing but the best. And if you have any questions, post them down in the comments and let me know. I'd love to help you out. Good luck to you. Thanks for watching.